Industrial hog farming wastes are becoming a rising problem in the Midwest of the U.S. There have been reports of barn explosions and fatalities popping up in the news more often, all from industrial-style hog farms. For those of us who eat meat, there's not one person who can say they hate bacon. But did you know that some of the farms producing our pork create toxic waste that have taken the lives of not only people, but countless animals and compromised drinking water quality in some areas? Is that pound of bacon worth it? As an environmental health major, it is my study to look for hazards and dangers associated with our societal and economical behaviors. I have taken water quality classes at Ohio University that have been specifically about industrial agricultural practices nationwide. My major requires classes regarding hazardous waste materials knowledge, and the textbooks designate entire sections to the hazardous waste associated with the industrial animal farming and large crop farming. Pork consumers should be aware of the dangers and risks associated with industrial hog farm waste. The hazards from industrial hog farm waste come in a variety of categories, ranging from explosive hazards to aquatic eutrophication. First, hog manure is rich in nitrogen-containing compounds, including ammonia, nitrates, nitrites, and methane, which have a very detrimental effect on aquatic ecosystems. Second, industrial hog farm waste can create hazardous atmospheres that may be fatally toxic to humans and the animals. Finally, a recent increase of explosions have been reported in industrial hog farms caused by methane entrapment in hog manure waste pits. To put into perspective of how large an industrial animal farm is, the U.S. Department of Agriculture defines an industrial-sized farm of having 5,000 head or more. A head is equal to one pig. Hog manure contains many nitrogen and phosphorus-rich compounds that affect many water quality issues. Dr. Gill states that increased levels of nitrates and nitrites in drinking water has led to outbreaks of waterborne diseases and toxic effects on humans and animals. Nitrogen is a vital nutrient for all natural processes, like plant, animal, and microbe growth. The overabundance of these nutrients are leading to high concentrations of pathological E. coli in drinking water. E. coli is known to have a high affinity for nitrogen and thrives in high concentrations of it. High levels of nitrates in drinking waters are also a leading cause of blue baby syndrome, a potentially fatal heart defect where blood is not fully oxygenated in the lungs and mixes with unoxygenated blood, giving the blue-purple color in the baby's skin. Phosphorus compounds in high concentrations from hog manure can lead to eutrophication of aquatic systems. The Committee on Environment and Natural Resources defines eutrophication as waters, soils, or habitats that are high in nutrients, and aquatic systems associated with wide swings in dissolved oxygen concentrations and frequent algal blooms. These cause swings in acidity in the water, and the dissolved oxygen is what the fish breathe. Sharpley, Daniel, Sims, Lemunian, Stevens, and Perry also stated that these large swings in dissolved oxygen levels can suffocate entire populations of fish and other aquatic species from lack of breathable oxygen. Not only does hog waste indirectly affect human and environmental health, it has a direct impact on farm workers and farm animals' well-beings. Industrial hog farm waste can create potentially fatal atmospheres when accumulated. Industrial hog farm barns are not well ventilated and can accumulate potentially toxic compounds in the barn's atmosphere, as stated by OSHA. The Occupational Health and Safety Administration reported in 2010 that a worker died of asphyxiation by hydrogen sulfide poisoning while working in a hog barn. A few of the animals were reported dead as well. Methane can also accumulate in the atmosphere of pig holding barns, which can be fatal if overexposed. In Japan, Japan Today News reported that 2 animal handlers died from methane poisoning after one man fell unconscious from overexposure. The other worker died as a result as trying to rescue the man as he was overcome from the fumes as well. Methane is not only poisonous and an asphyxiant, but can create explosive hazards as well. Hog manure can produce a bacteriogenic foam that entraps methane explosive gas. Tom Philpott of Mother Jones Agricultural News reports that industrial hog farms have seen an increase in the phenomena of a foam growing on top of the hog waste in storage tank ponds. This foam entraps methane gas from decomposition of the manure. Methane is a highly explosive and flammable gas and has been known to ignite in hog barns, causing large explosions and fires. The foam entraps the methane to concentrations that are flammable and explosive. Any ignition source can turn this problem into a fireball. A man was blown 20 feet back from a hog barn explosion in Minnesota. Tom Philpott of Mother Jones News also states that to give an equivalent of the concentrations in these hog barns is like that of leaving on your gas stove and stove oven for hours and then coming back and lighting a cigarette. In a hog waste methane-related explosion in Iowa, it is reported that over 1,500 hogs were killed and several workers were severely burned during the accident. While I love bacon and pork chops like any other meat eater, I would have to say the dangers of these large production hog farms are not worth 6 pounds of bacon on my supermarket shelves. I'll buy smaller and more sustainable. I have shown you only a few of the problems associated with industrial hog farming. Industrial hog farming causes many water quality issues, human health concerns, and potentially fatal occupational hazards. Consumers should be aware of these dangers and risks associated with these industrial hog farm wastes. People and animals should not be dying of asphyxiation from waste just to fuel our demand for bacon-wrapped olives and pork roast. This industry problem is caused by the consumer's disregard for the indirect cause and hazardous effects caused by the high-volume style farming. Consumers should not risk their fellow workers' safety in order to get a pack of bacon for $3 less and a pound more. Is a barn full of cute piggies and the workers' safety worth that small short-run cost reduction? I say no. We end up paying for it somehow. To learn more information on the previously mentioned hazards, please visit Dr. David Schmidt of University of Minnesota's Extension website at www.extension.umn.edu/agriculture.